Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Funny Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. The questions have been, would I or should I or could I actually base near Beefalo? Well, here let's talk about this in a few different videos because it's not necessarily just a one quick answer. Let's talk about today why you probably should not base next to a Beefalo. So, when your base starts to begin, if you are just beginning Don't Starve Together and you have no idea what to do, you might sit there and say, hey, these little tiny little giants are being very nice and kind to me. I love them. I'm going to kiss them goodnight. But let's be honest here why this is not necessarily a good idea. Alright, so as you decide to build your base, first of all, these things are going to most likely get in the way of you placing stuff. They won't really just run away from you unless you punch them, and otherwise that's not a good recommendation. Sometimes when you're actually near a Beefalo, you might encounter something that you've accidentally done. Like, for example, you are maybe trying to, hit a hound or something like that that comes into your base. Upon doing so, you hold Control F and accidentally attack a Beefalo, thus resulting you in dead. This is something that you don't want to do. So let's just reenact how this would play out. So you spawn down a hound. Well, you're not going to spawn a hound, but I'm going to spawn one anyways. So we spawn in a hound just to showcase what it looks like. You get a hound over here that's going to appear, and the hound is going to get killed by the Beefalo. That is so amazing, isn't it? Wow, so cool. I love it. Ah, what a fresh little bit of, things around here that are going to take care of things for me. But let's just imagine for another situation that it's not necessarily the hound that we want because it's summertime. So what happens in summertime? Well, you have a fire hounds, right? So that's a problem in itself because just of what we just seen 2 seconds ago, or what they're called red hound, but in the actual thing, I think they're called I call them fire hounds. I mean, I guess some people call them fire hounds, red hounds, whatever. Anyways, let's just imagine that there is a fire hound. I believe that's the exact code. Let's just put 2 of them for the sake of the video. We put them here and we're like, hey, what's up, Beefalo? And the Beefalo are like, hey, what the heck, get out of here. And then they just kill the fire hounds, and I'm over here, somewhere over here hitting a butterfly or whatever, and now I walk back and my entire base is on fire. This is a reason why hanging next to Beefalos could probably be one of the worst decisions you've ever made. Now, let's just imagine that it's winter or spring and you're also still inside of the base with the Beefalo. Well, the Beefalo are going to start to go in heat. If you've ever seen a red butt on a Beefalo, I would stay far away from it, and I'll showcase that in another video, because it's just not worth hanging next to the Beefalo as they're going to continuously attack you because they are in mating season. So yeah, you definitely don't want to be doing that. So stay away from them, don't approach them, unless of course they're sleeping, in which you're okay temporarily. But nonetheless, just be cautious when you're basing next to a Beefalo because there's multiple different reasons why to stay away from them. In the next video, I'm going to talk about why you should be next to a Beefalo because it's such a kind of 50-50, I'd probably say 35% good and the rest, decent. I mean, I don't know. I guess some people will say 50-50. I don't know. 35-65. It depends on what you think. Some of these things, if they've ever happened to you before, I don't know. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But anyways, let me know down in the comments what you think is actually good. Do you think it's good or bad to base next to a Beefalo? Tell me why.